Hello everybody and welcome back to Biffalo County with me, Biffa, and we've got all the new cool updates and stuff working in our city. So we're going to try and integrate some of the new tram roads, pedestrian roads. We're going to bike-ify, is that a word? I just made up a new word perhaps. We're going to bike-ify our city so people can bike and walk as many places as possible, thinking ahead to keep the traffic down. We're also going to look at skyscrapers and some plans I've got for the new Heart of Korea content creator packs as well. So lots of exciting things to dive into. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's... So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's dive in. And don't forget, if you're enjoying my content, a like is always appreciated, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. Let us zoom out a little bit from following this tram around here. And trams is the first thing I want to look at. With all these new tram roads that we've got, let's take a look at the route our tram currently takes. So, our tram comes over to this side of the city by Vermont Woodland, pick people up, goes for the fishing as well, comes along, up to this road, turns around and comes back. But we do have a pedestrian road down the middle, and these people in the centre here, I believe they don't have any buses through the centre. No, they do not. They don't have any trams through the centre, but now we have these tram pedestrian roads as well. And this road through the centre here, I think, is crying out to have some trams attached to it. So let's see which one this was. So this was the large bluestone pedestrian street with trees. Large cobblestone, large bluestone with tram tracks. So we'll lose the trees. Won't be able to do something about that. But if we pop this in, yeah, there we go. So we get that. So that's fantastic. So I would like to, even though we're going to lose some trees down the centre, we've got tons of trees in this area. So we're going to update that all the way to the end. So that hooks up that way. We're going to do the same all the way up here. Wasn't that a non-pedestrian road? I think it was, but I think we should be okay as we want the tram going through all the centre. I'm being careful here so we don't accidentally delete or destroy anything. Excellent. And then the tram comes up the top here, and I'm wondering whether it could run along this road or what. So people are upgrading. That is a much nicer road, they're saying, so we're going to upgrade. Whether we could go up and along the top and connect up here, would that be good? I don't want to cause any more problems or issues. I think we'll be fine. So I'm going to grab that one, upgrade that. Then we can grab, let's have a look. So this is just a standard 2U road with tram tracks. I want to try and add one with bikes as well if we can. So 2-lane road with median, tram tracks and bicycle lanes. I think that is the one we're going to go for. More upgrades, more upgrades. How many more people are we going to get in this episode? Is that going to connect across there okay? Yes, no problem at all. And then this road, if we could just sort of connect that up. Will that go straight across there with no problem? It looks like it does. Excellent. Yep, I'm happy with that. So that goes back into our tram network. So then what I want to do, if I take away the turnaround spot that's over here, all our tram lines will probably freak out for a second. Oh, I've just changed this one here back to this road. So it's the non-pedestrian one that goes through the middle of our commercial centre, because that connected the two couplets together in the middle here. And there were bus lines that went through there, which I completely forgot about. Let's just change up. Did I see traffic lights here somewhere? Yes, there's traffic lights here in the middle. I don't wish to have those, so we'll get rid of that. So that'll just be giveaway and normal stuff. Okay, cool. Right, so if we go into here, go into our bus line, and we're going to turn all of those off so we can't see them. Oh, look, our tram has already decided, which is exactly what I wanted, to go round like this. It's also the one going the other. Have I got two tram lines, or is there some sort of weirdness going on here? Yeah, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to redo my tram line. And I want to see if I can just get this to go around in one loop. Okay, tram lines change. So we've got one loop that goes around here in a clockwise fashion. which takes in this side down here, has a little bit of crossover with the bus stops there, so if people want to change, they can use that. And then the other loop goes all the way out to here and goes around the other way in anti-clockwise fashion. And then what I thought we'd do is, if we just take a look at a couple of the new trams that we've got on here. So we've got all of these ones with the different size capacities, which look very interesting. I like these small sort of old-fashioned type ones that we've got here. We were using these ride ones, which we'll probably go back to, I'll be honest, but I just want to put a couple of these on here. Let's get that there, and let's try and get the colour the same on both of these. Yeah, that'll do. That's near enough. I don't know whether the colours change on that one, but we'll find out. And if we come all the way over back here to our tram depot, there we go. There's the ones coming out. What do we think of that? I mean, that is such an improvement over the old tram models that we used to have in the game, isn't it? Oh, absolutely, definitely. But these ride ones, I've got to say, I'm loving those. So I'm going to change back to those, and that is what we're going to go with in our city. And here come all the trams. He was like, no, I'm going back. So these ones are all going back in, and the new ones are coming out that look exactly the same. But yeah, I think they are fantastic. Excellent. So that is a nice addition over here, making use of this street. I'm just wondering whether there is a way we could add some trees through there. I think we're okay for now. There's a lot of tree action going on here, isn't there? So I'm not overly concerned. But we've got the bikes in, which is fantastic. So talking about bikes, this area here, I've had so many comments saying, why don't you upgrade these dirt roads? And I would, well, I call them the gravel roads rather than dirt roads, but I just think they blend in so well with this style of house. Now, what I could do, we come out of that view there, is going into our roads, looking at the bike roads. We could upgrade it to one of these bike roads that we've got here. Maybe the one without the median would work well. But look how wide that road is going to end up being. It's going to mess up our paths. If we've got anarchy on, we've got that on. Let's turn that off there. But it's also going to overlap all of our fences. Let me just change that one and hope we're not going to mess anything up. So it would mean going through and adjusting all of those. But just imagine that that fence is all the way back. I just don't think that looks as nice as that. So I'm going to keep them as this road here. But what we are going to do instead, to help with the biking in this area, is to change all of these paths that we've got through here. So we can upgrade. I'm going to just take this one section here. And if we upgrade these, we are going to lose our trees, which we were putting in with that mod whose name I've completely forgotten, intersection marking tool, but we can replace those, that's fine. I'm just wondering how that looks. See, when they go into here, you get this funny little thing in the middle here. What would be better is like a gravel road like that. What about if we use a 1U road along here with these? So if we go for 1U, I mean, we've got nothing with trees. These are all one way, so the only one would literally be this one. What about if we did that and upgrade? Do you know what? So many comments about it, and this is going to match up much better. Let me just adjust this section here and put all the bikes in and those roads. Oh, autosave, quick sip of tea. And if you would like to support the channel and get your hands on some Biffa Plays merchandise, then head over to biffaplaysmerch.com and you can be drinking your cup of tea out of your very own Hugo There mug. There we go. That's going to look like that. I will have to adjust some fences, as I've mentioned. But then what we can do with these bike roads here, this one's going way too far out. Let's bring that one back there. Oh, actually, that is some roads that need upgrading. Let me just do that and that and that. There we go. Is we can use this intersection marking tool if I can get my teeth in again. And then can I just go straight for presets? Possible fit. Linden on... Oh, that's a shame. It's not going to quite line up, is it? Darn it. Can I line this up a different way? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do a whole new preset, aren't I? But that's okay. So we go for prop asset. Linden was the one. Nothing found. Okay, well, that's fantastic. So maybe we need to go for tree instead, which would make much more sense. Young linden, we're going to pop that along there. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe, I think we need to move that to the side a bit. So what's that going to be? Shift? Yes, shift. There we go. 0.9. 1 meter, and that brings it right to the side, which is good. So then I'm going to copy that, and then we'll do the same on here, and then we'll paste that in. Yay, there we go. And then can I save all of that as a preset? So we go at the top here, save as presets. That'll just save the whole road, and this is going to be Linden on bike path. There we go. Excellent. And now we go to, say, this one over here. Go to preset. Linden on bike path. Yes. And that all adds in nicely. Right, let me add the trees back to all of these. And I think this is the last one, or the last stretch. So preset automatically goes on the Linden one. Tick the box. This one here. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, sometimes the tick box doesn't work, so I'll do it like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let you vote and tell me which one you think looks the best. So here we've got the concrete roads, the concrete bike path. So obviously a lot better for biking, so that's going to be a bonus. And then here we've got the other version with all the gravel style. So let me know in the comments whether you think 1 concrete or 2 gravel, and then we'll switch it all up. Most of the fences are okay, aren't they? Maybe we'll just leave it like it is. But definitely that is going to increase the bikeability through here. Oh, look at all this tram on pedestrian roadway, or tram on pedestrian street action. It looks fantastic. So, yeah, maybe don't do that. That's probably not going to work very well for you. I'd like to add some trees down here, and I'm just thinking we can use internet marking tool for that. Internet intersection, I should say. Get that name wrong every time. I've set up a preset here. So let's just pop that in, and there we go. Yeah, excellent. So I basically used those lines there and then adjusted the offset by 9.8 meters, shifted it over, and yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to apply that all the way down the pedestrian road and this little bike road all the way up to the end, and it will look like this. There we go. Trees as far as the eye can see. I think that really finishes that off nicely. Look at that. Look at that. Nice and busy with the trams. Lots of walking around. That is what we want to see. So can we help out with the biking more in our city as well? Well, eventually we're going to have bike paths all the way through here if you agree to change all this to concrete. But what about some of our other roads? I'm thinking of our couplet that runs through here. So we've got a one-way road that goes that way and comes down this way. It's 2 lanes, as you can see. Well, we do have a new road, which I think is going to help on here. Bike. And we have this one here. 3-lane, one-way road with bicycle lanes. There we go. And we should still get bus stops. We'll now get extra lanes. It means that the sidewalk, the walking path on the side, is slightly thinner. But that's okay. But what it means is, if we just do this all the way down here, we've now got access to bikes, obviously, and we have more lanes for walking, and we're going to get dedicated lanes for people that want to turn off and go on the different roads. Let me just quickly do these. Some stuff here might overlap. I'll have to come along here and adjust that. That's fine. There we go. By the way, added pillars to our bus station here. Lots of people have been asking for it. I just found these pillars in here. If we go into here, type in pillar. There we go. I just did that, placed it, used move it and lowered it down. And yeah, that adds a little something so we don't feel like the thing is floating so much. We can't put the glass in the top, by the way, because this sub-building that we use for the roofs along here doesn't have the glass, and there's no way to take the glass out of this building here. So that is a little bit where we'll use our imagination, but yeah. So then if we follow this couplet in, up here we don't have bicycle lanes because nobody's going to be cycling on the highway. Anyone going to be joining? No. So then if they're going to be joining from anywhere, it's here. I'll sort out the trees in the road. Now when we get down to places like this, we can then just give them all dedicated lanes, and that should be fine. And along here, dedicated lanes. So basically, it's dedicated lanes, but I'm just thinking the only vehicles that are going to be going up here onto the pedestrian road will be service vehicles and things like that. So I might make that a straight on as well for all the cars that will be coming down here. That seems to make more sense. Then we get to the end, and then we'll do the same going up the other way. I mean, as you can see, it's not too busy up and down this couplet. It was designed to not be too busy. Whoa, jump again. I'm going to do this one individually rather than click over there and mess things up. There we go. And then it goes back to the normal road. Excellent. So I think that's definitely going to help. So now we've got bike up and down the middle, which they would do anyway. Bike around the couplet. We've got lots of biking in there. Although anybody that lives in these areas can walk to a road that's got biking on. Do we have... Oh, now, do we have a road that can add biking to this? Oh, look at that. 4-lane road with bicycle lanes and tram tracks. Let's just upgrade this here. And look at that. So what's the change? It's just basically adding bicycle on the side and slimifying the path on the side. So yeah, we're going to upgrade all of these as well. Add more bicycle tracks. Hopefully not break anything on the way down. So I'm now wondering whether to add bike lanes to these sort of roads, or in fact, I think what I'm going to do is keep it as just a main road through rather than bike lanes everywhere. So as we know, bike lanes are down here, we've got the pedestrian over there, which is fine. We're going to come through this one and give them a road upgrade. 2-lane road with grass median and bicycle lanes. Yep. So that will continue the bike lane through here. And then we're going to turn it down that way to then head off that main road, and I might just sort of continue that through there to the end as well. There we go. So that completes the network through there. Coming through to the other side down this main road, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, we get up to... Oh, do you know what? We've got 6-lane. We've got bicycle lanes all over the show. So maybe we can do the same going through here as well. And I'm thinking I like these with the grass through the middle. So I know what's going to happen. I'm going to do all of this. I'm going to have to go back through and change all my lanes and everything again, which is something I'm willing to do. You know, it really does seem like we're getting bicycle lanes for every single type of road, which is absolutely brilliant. So it's really going to help with future-proofing our traffic. So that is now all the way down the middle here. I haven't sorted out the lanes. These 6-lane road ones all the way through here and all the way back into there. So now I'm thinking whether we need maybe this road down here. Yeah, these ones that go through this sort of shape at the end here. So that's trees, 2-lane. I'm pretty sure we're going to have something that we can do that with. So it's going to be trees down the center as opposed to trees on the outside. And then the only area that doesn't really have any biking is our industry area. But to be honest, if you're going to get to this point here, I think you'll be happy to drive or walk over there. So that's good. Anyway, so that is upgrading the area, upgrading the land value. Our population is still rising. If we do get to 12,000, that would be fantastic. And to hopefully get all of this set up as it was before, we're going to do dedicated turning lanes through here and through here. And do you know what? I'm going to have to go back and check the video to see exactly how it was set up before, but I think we'll probably be okay. So let's move on to one of the other content creator packs that was added into the game, and that was skyscrapers. There is a heck of a lot of stuff. If we dive into here, requires DLC and go to skyscrapers. So there's a load of assets. And all these massive skyscrapers, some of these are huge. They are just absolutely massive. Look at them. So at the moment, whoa, at the moment, none of these will really fit into our city. But I picked this one out here, and I just want one skyscraper in the middle of our area here. This is Catalina's North Tower from Argentina, 87 meters tall. And I think just that one on its own, just placed in here somewhere, will really sort of make this area stand out. Because I think where I've got it placed as a temporary thing over there, you might have seen it earlier on in the video and wondered what it was. But it on its own, you know, it's okay. And it just brings a little bit of something to that area there. So let's have a look where that can go. I'm thinking perhaps not right off the main road, but even if it was just off the back here. Something like that. It's got its own little side road I just think even that one like that just adds a little something to this area here. A lot more workers. And then while I'm in this area, I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to play a little bit of whack-a-mole with these buildings here. Shop number 5. I don't like you, shop number 5. Please go and grow back as something a little bit nicer. There we go. Much better. At some point, maybe on a live stream, I think I'll come through here, manually place some buildings down how I want them. But at the moment, I think that looks okay. And I think that skyscraper just adds a little something to that area. Excellent. Right. So now we're going to look at the Heart of Career Content Creators Pack. And I'm thinking that we could use that to build something beautiful on the back of this island. And to be able to do that, I don't want to use every single building in the pack. In fact, maybe not even these ones that we're looking at here. So we go back into the Move It mod again. We'll close that one there. So we are going to look at career. So if you put KR in, you will get those. And the reason I'm doing that is so I can use the building height extra filter. And I'm putting a max of 65. And that gives us small size buildings, like some of the ones you can see here, some small houses, but some of these sort of, 3-story flats as well. But none of them are too big. I particularly like these buildings here. I think look really good. But a mixture of these, I think, going round the back of this area here, I think will be really, really good. So we've got this road that wiggles up the top here. It's quite a fast road. But then when we get over here, I'd like to spread this out. And maybe this little bit here will be more of an entertainment district type area. Now I'm thinking we're going to have to do something with this water. Do I have the river network in? If I go network and go river... No, we don't. I could go and add that into the game. Or could I just add a key wall along here, all the way along, and just sort of build this up a little bit? I think if I could do that and follow this shape and see what that looks like. Let me start down here. So obviously there's a height difference between up there and down here. I'm just wondering how best to put this land back. I think if we don't do an overall sort of sweeping change through the whole thing, what we're going to do is just take the different heights that we've got here and just try and sort of push that back a bit. Yeah, there we go. That's okay. I know there's trees over there. We'll sort those out. And that's got a nice little path along the side. Got a nice little fence to protect this area here. And then up when we get to this section, we can sort of build that out and make it somewhere that you would come and visit. So now it's trying to get the roads in here. And I do get a lot of people saying, you're going to build with the terrain, but then you flatten areas out and stuff like that. The reason for doing that is because when you're building with terrain like this, let's go back into this view. We're going to here. So let's pick this small little house. That's what I want. So this one here is okay. We could fit them literally on this flat terrain line between there and there. If you go a little bit bigger, it starts to overlap. I mean, we are going to be using... Yeah, there's a good example. So you would have to sort of flatten a bit of a pad out to get those houses on. But I'm wondering whether we can use where this road comes in and sort of split it out into a couple of levels and see what sort of houses we can get around that. Okay, so I've put a little tram road through here. At the minute, that's the edge of the square that we've unlocked. So I've just got a little turnaround, but ideally I'd like that to run all the way round. Oh, I'm not quite sure how it's going to work round there. We'll probably make some room and then connect up with this one. And I want this one to continue round, but we don't own this square here. Hence the little roundabouts at the end. And then I wanted a little road at the top like this. We're going to have to do a little bit of work on the terrain on here, but I think that's okay. And then trying to find out where we can connect these two up. I mean, it's probably just going to be So I'm trying to find somewhere that's not too steep. I mean, this is quite steep. This is sort of a smoother way to go. So I think if we can have a road, zigzag and join up here, that will probably be the best way to do it. Let's see what we can do. Oh, that's okay. We could put some houses going up there as well. Now, the thing that's going to worry me most is when I do this. So if I do the set slope mode, what I want is I want that one. If I set this one myself, whoa, whoa, easy, easy. If I turn this off, it's easier to see what it looks like. Yeah. So that is pretty steep, isn't it? If I sort of go like that. So that's the second one in is what I want to go for. And then all the way down to the end, I'm going to set that one on Smith Street there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tool here, and I'm going to go from the second one in. It'll let me select it from there all the way up to the second one in there. Right, let's just do this and see what happens. Okay. I knew that was going to happen. It's like lifted this up a lot. Well, that was when it was getting pretty steep. But I think overall, that is much, much better. We're going to need some walls and things along there. But yeah, for a connection to the top, I think that's working okay. Excellent, excellent. So why don't we just pick a small little area and put some of these heart of career buildings down and see what it looks like. Now, I would sort of have my eye on this little spot along the back here for one particular building. And that is this one here, the career style temple. And I think that would just fit in there fantastically. So we're going to grab the move it mod and we're going to just play around with this. I'm going to set that to the same height as this asset here. There we go. So I think that will fit in a little bit better. It seems to need a road that side, but I'm thinking that is the way I want it facing out, or is it? Maybe I'll just turn that around a bit. We have it facing that way, and then see if we can just sort of loop. What's this? Is that a path or a road going through there? Let's see. That is a path, which we could not use because that wouldn't work. So we're going to have to go for the rural road. There we go. And in fact, you know what? Now I've done that, I'm thinking a 1U concrete only rural road. Maybe one of these. 2-lane country road might fit in a little bit better. Yeah, let's go with that instead. Yeah, there we go. I think that looks okay. We've got that nice tree there. We'll leave that. Excellent. So that doesn't actually have access to the road yet, does it? Because this is a path. So maybe we can change this one through here. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. We'll do something like that. I think that looks okay. And that is a nice view over the central sort of section here that we've got. And we can add some detailing around there as well. Now, I'm just thinking about this little section at the top. We are going to have to ever so slightly flatten this out a little bit either side of the road. So if we take a brush size, let's go 50 and see what that's like. So I'm right clicking in the middle of the road and then I'm left clicking just to widen that out. And when it's finished, we get quite a wide section, don't we? Which actually I think that's okay. So I'm going to go round here, and man, this is going to be a pain because I've got to do that in lots of different places. I mean, most of it should be a very similar height anyway, because I followed the terrain line when I set this out, but yeah, we'll see. So let me just head around this road, give us a little bit of a building platform. Okay, that should all be ready now. So what I'm thinking is I might just put in a little theme, put a little theme together with our district styles mod. So if we just pop a district over the top of here that takes in all of these roads up the mountain. Let's just do that because we've got, what's that, medium, high demand for residential zone. Okay. Need a new name for this. So it's going to be career items based. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a note of all of these names. There we go, which we can, if I go back into this, building height 65, KR, there we go. Can make a note of all of these names, we hover over the top, and then I'm going to put together a district style, whoops, just for those. So if we go into district styles, darn it, oh, there it is. Oh, for a minute there I thought I didn't have that. Whew, that was close. So I'm going to call this Career Mountain Small. They're all going to be small houses. create. There we go. We're going to add KR in our search box up there. We're going to go for low density height min max. Oh, didn't realize that was on there. So 65. And then we can do none and just those. And then we get the buildings that we want. Oh, excellent. There we go. So we can add these in. Okay, there we go. We've got that all set up. There might be a couple of little tweaks I'll make to that, but that should do for now. We close that down. Go into Lilac Park Styles. And that's probably right down the bottom. Korean Mountain Small. We'll save that one there. Excellent. And then I need to add water pipes in here, which is going to take a lot of wiggly water pipes under the roads. So let me just do that. There we go. That's covered all of that area there. We are going to need services and things like that. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to zone in all of our residential first, see what we get in here, and then we might sort of take some out and replace it. We've got schools, we've got police stations, all sorts of things we can add. In fact, I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to zone up to there, and we're going to zone up to there, and then this section we're going to zone it all the way around, and before they grow in, I'm going to add a few services. Why don't we just do that? So we've got the large elementary school, which I think we can give its own little piece of road off of here. Let's go with one with the sidewalk. So we come out like that, and we can place that on there. That holds 1,500 people, and it's got trees coming through the building. So I shall fix that, but I think that would go very well there. Trees be gone. Bink, 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 bink. We can detail that out a bit when we need it. And then I'm thinking of services. I mean, if we just sort of have this as a little service centre down here, then these buildings are going to help in the entire area, aren't they? So we're going to have a crossroad through there, which I think fits in really well. Let's remove those trees. And then we've got our fire safety centre, which is a teeny tiny building. Next to that, we're going to have our police security building. I'm going to sort of put that there because we're going to have parking coming in as well. And then something else I'd like to add in the middle here is water pipes, of course, because nobody's got any water and they will not be very happy about that. There we go. Excellent. Is anybody growing in up here yet? Not yet. And I'll tell you what is probably not helping is the complete lack of electricity. We are on a mountain. Now, if I put one of these up here, the noise is going to overlap either side. Could we just run a cable up from our grid? Our grid is pretty pushed at the moment. I'm thinking we could add another load of those on there to add to our grid. And then even sort of over here, we're going for wind power in our city quite a lot. Sustainability. And I'm thinking, is there anywhere... I don't really want to add any up on it. It's going to take away from the lovely look that we've got. So maybe we'll go with that. And then we'll just add some rural power lines in where we can. That'll do for now. And then once we start getting houses appearing up here, which looks like it's not happening anytime soon, then we'll be ready to go. Not quite sure why they're appearing all the way back from the road like that. That is very, very weird. And I'm also wondering whether I could place these in by hand, because we're getting just these ones popping up everywhere. There we go. So we've got some protective fencing going up this road here. We've got some carefully chosen models around here, which I think actually look really cool up on this mountain, with a fantastic view over Biffalo County. I'm really pleased with the way that's gone, and I think any minute now we're about to hit the target that we've been chasing for quite a few episodes. Oh, we got, yeah, here we go. Police trucks coming up here to solve these problems. Excellent. Come on, 11,975. What do we need? We need 12,000. We are so close. Come on. Any second now. 5 left. 3, it's gone down. People are coming in and moving out. Please. Oh, 11,999. 12,001. Oh, big city. We finally made it. We can unlock another square, which is something I've been trying to get to for so long. Let me just have a quick look. Oh, brilliant. Look at all the people moving in. Here they come. Here they come. Let us have a look at what squares we would have available to us. There we go. So everything all around. We can stretch out onto a new island over here, which would mean a brand new theme. Is that what you think we should do? Or we could extend over here and have a brand new theme on this island as well. We do need to, at some point, give another access to the highway, but I'm not overly concerned. So maybe we'll go down here. Let me know what you think, whereabouts we should unlock. And as we watch all the new residents snaking up the hill here, I'm sure their handbrake and clutch are loving them for that. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe before you go as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.